This is Michael Schutz at Trinity County News. We're here talking with Mr. Trent, our industrial ag teacher, and we got some good news, and I'm just going to turn it over to him.
Thank you. As he said, we do have good news, great news. We have a great new opportunity for students and stuff like that here at Trinity High School. They have the ability to actually earn themselves a welding certification before they graduate high school. What this means is this gives them a leg up in the job market to where they have the opportunity to go out and to a job site and say, hey, I learned this in high school. I have this card that I can show you. If I remember correctly, I might have my card. I do not. It's at my desk. But they'll get a card that looks just like their driver's license and stuff like that, where the interviewer or the job site manager or whoever could actually go online and look and see that they have actually taken tests that are.
Okay, so how do the students get into this class, and how long does it take?
So to get into this class, we have a program set up here at Trinity High School where you have a 3-tier class progress. So first you have to take my introduction class, which involves you learning all the basics and stuff like that, not only of welding, but of all the different job markets available in the world. For example, plumbing and electrical and woodworking and stuff like that. Then you move on to my intermediate classes where you'll actually first get I'll offer you the opportunity to take your first welding test. In that class, I won't offer you as many, but you do have the opportunity to get a few, because most students that take that are only sophomores to junior level. So in my mind, you're not in need so much to have the certification. Now, if there's a senior in that class because they weren't able to take the classes before them, I offer them more because they're about to graduate. I want them to be more prepared. Whereas when you get to my welding block, which is the end of my pathway, as we call it here at the school, that's where I offer you more and more in-depth certifications in more areas. So, for example, in my secondary class, my intermediate class as I call it, most of the certifications I offer to the kids are only through shielded metal arc welding, which is stick welding or arc welding, as more commonly known. Whereas when you get to my advanced welding block class, I allow you to take tests not only in shielded metal arc welding, but gas metal arc welding and gas tungsten metal arc welding, or gas and tungsten arc welding, so metal arc welding, which is again stick or arc welding. The gas metal arc welding is more commonly known as MIG welding, which is the wire feeding welding machines. And then gas tungsten arc welding is TIG welding, is more commonly known phrase. So, and that allows kids to get more opportunities, stuff like that. And I tell the kids that have the ability to take all of them, because for example, the TIG welding or gas tungsten arc welding, if you're good at that, I tell them that you can get a really good job and you won't have to work very hard.
Okay, well, how many students do you have in these classes now?
So in my intro classes total, I have 40 something, I think. I'd have to count all my classes together. I have 3 different classes of those students. Those are small. I try to keep those generally smaller classes where I have more one-on-one time with the kids, so I can help them learn everything more personally, so they grasp it better. Because I learned last year that me telling them to do it, not working with them one-on-one, a lot of kids don't learn that well, in which it's hard. A lot of the traits are things that they don't commonly do every day. Not everybody grew up in an era where I grew up, or where most people I know grew up, where you learn to do those things because it had to be done. Now it's not that way anymore, so it's harder for some kids to learn it. For example, plumbing. I learned plumbing when I was 8 years old because I was the smallest one and I could fit under the house and get to certain spots under the house. So I learned how to do some plumbing when I was younger. But kids don't have to do that nowadays because that's not how they're raised, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how I was raised. And then my intermediate class has 20 kids in it right now, I think. Last count was 20. It's a little bit bigger than I wanted, but I still get to work individual with the kids, still get to work with them more. And then my welding block class has 18 kids, which that's about where I want that class, because that's more, once you get to that class, it's more of an individual class. You work on your own. I'm there to help you a little bit, but my hand on your shoulder, making sure you're doing everything right, telling you, hold on, wait, stop, kind of ends once you get to that class. Because once you get to that class, I've allowed you in that class. It's me saying that I trust you to do everything on your own without me standing over your shoulder to make sure you get it done. It's more, I tell them it's more of your job than your class.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time, and I'm excited about what's available for our kids. If they're willing to go or want to go that route, there's an opening for it. Thank you very much, Mr. Triton. You have a great day.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Cover.